another video. And before we get any further, happy Mother's Day to any of the mothers out there who are unlikely to be watching this, but any of you whose mothers are still in your life or you have a good relationship with them, make sure you reach out and tell her you love her, say some nice words, because, without her you wouldn't be here. But, I also understand not all of us have a good relationship with our families, so if it's a bad one, maybe remind her of why she sucks instead. Anyways, I was looking through my channel the other day, trying to figure out what I could do, and I noticed that I had done a tier list ranking for both NHL and NBA logos, but I had not done a tier list for NFL logos. And seeing as how the draft just ended and we're going to be ramping up to get into preseason kinda shortly, I figured this would be the perfect time to take a look at these logos and rank them. Now, just to get any biases out of the way, I am a Seattle Seahawks fan. So, if that plays a role in my decision making, keep that in mind. Okay. And as you can see, we go S, A, B, C, D, F as our rankings for these logos. And we're starting off. Can I open this in a new tab? No, I can't. But we have the Buffalo Bills logo. Maybe I can zoom in a little bit here. Okay, does that still look good on your guys's? That looks better. Alright, we're gonna keep it like this. We have the Buffalo Bills logo. Now, I quite like this because you have the buffalo, of course, and this red stripe. I'm not sure. I know that's supposed to signify something. Off the top of my head, I can't remember. But I've always been a fan of the Buffalo Bills logo. I like that they incorporated the animal instead of just using like a letter or something like that. I like that it's not just like a circular logo or anything like that. Like there's artistic merit in it. So I think the Buffalo Bills do have one of the better logos in the entire league. And so I think for this, starting off strong, I'm going S tier with the Buffalo Bills. Okay, now to another logo that I love, the Miami Dolphins. The Miami Dolphins are my second favorite team in the NFL. Dan Marino is my favorite player of all time, so I might be a little bit biased. That is the only football jersey I own that is not a Seahawks jersey, is a Dan Marino Miami Dolphins jersey. But I love the colors, the teal blue and the orange. And I think the Dolphins logo with the teal dolphin flying in front of the sun, I think is a fantastic logo. And we're starting off here back-to-back S-tier logos, but I do think that the Dolphins and the Bills have two of the better logos in the entire NFL. Okay, now moving on to one that I am not going to like as much, and that is the New York Jets logo. Now, I know it can be a bit complicated to work in the theme of a jet into the logo. And so they just kind of went for a word mark. Now, it's not a terrible word mark, all things considered. And I know that, they're a fairly historical team, so they're not messing with tradition that much. But I don't know, it just isn't doing a lot for me. And you guys know my personal opinion on logos. I like it when they do something interesting with the logo. I like it when there's some iconography, some artistry to it. And with the Jets, I just feel like there really isn't. So I have to go D tier for the Jets. Now we get to the Patriots. The problem I have with the Patriots logo is I like their older logo a lot better. Where you had like the Minuteman crouched down, like in a hiking position. I love that logo. This logo's alright too, but for me it's almost a little bit too angular and a little bit too streamlined. I don't know, there's something about that older one that I really like quite a bit. I'm gonna go B tier on that Patriots logo. Okay, the Baltimore Ravens. Now I like that they put the B inside the Raven head. It's an interesting touch to like incorporate both the letter, like some teams just use the letter and some teams just use the logo. But I like that they use both. And I do like the look of the Raven. The only thing I kind of wish that the Raven maybe looked a little bit more fierce, a little bit more angry. I know that they gave it a red eye, which looks cool, but I don't know, there's something about the Raven that I wish maybe was a little bit better. Maybe they made it a little bit more 3D looking, I'm not sure, but for me, the Ravens, the Baltimore, it says B on the Raven, and I'm giving it a B. Alright, to the Bengals. Now they just use a letter, the letter B, and in general I do kind of dislike it when teams just use a single letter for their logo. But the Bengals do something I really like with their logo. And that's, they put the tiger stripes on it, the black and orange tiger stripes. It's just, they're incorporating the iconography of the tiger, the Bengal tiger. And it kind of adds that element, of just a little bit more than a letter logo. I'm trying not to be hypocritical because I kind of understand where other logos might fall, but I think for the Bengals, just the incorporation of that iconography, I have to go C tier. I can't put them in D or F just because I like that they worked in the team mascot. Okay, the Browns. Now, this is probably going to be a super controversial pick for me. I really dislike the orange helmet logo. I know, I get it. I know the history behind it and the iconography. Like I said, this is probably going to upset some people, but the Browns have probably, let's look over everything real quick. Maybe not my least favorite, but they're definitely in my bottom 3 logos in the NFL. I don't know. I think I need to go F tier, even though I know it's gonna be controversial. Just the orange helmet, I find it kind of boring, and I don't really know what else you can do, which is, I guess, the problem. I don't know what else you can do. But I don't know. I just personally don't like it. Okay, the Steelers. The yellow, red, and blue. Hold on, take a quick sip here of my drink. anyways, to the Steelers. It's always been an interesting logo for me. I know that, or at least I'm pretty sure that they're incorporating, that's like some Pittsburgh iconography, I'm pretty sure. And I do think it's very unique, basically using those, I guess they would be like stars, those stars in a field of white, as their choice. It's very interesting, but for me, I have to go C tier on the Steelers logo. And again, this is just my opinion on the logos, not on the team itself. The Jacksonville Jaguars. I really like this logo. It's unfortunate that the team on the field hasn't really lived up to how cool the logo is. But, yeah, I like the color blue they use, and that, like, tannish, brownish for the Jaguar. I think the very first, like, sports team hat I ever purchased was a Jacksonville Jaguars hat. For me, I have to go A tier on the Jacksonville Jaguars. I actually really quite like their logo. The Houston Texans. I wish they would maybe incorporate like sort of the old Houston Oilers iconography a little bit more, because Texas is like known for the oil drilling and cowboys, and obviously the Cowboys obviously have their star, which is like kind of representing a spur, but nothing really about the Texan logo screams Texas to me. I mean, obviously you have the colors of the Texas flag, and it has the single star in its eye because it's the Lone Star State, but I just wish it was a little bit more Texas, since they're the Texans. It's not bad, but it almost feels a little bit too corporate in a sense. So I think for me, the Texans, I have to go C tier. The Colts with their horseshoe. I don't hate the logo. For me, it's okay. It gets the job done. It's clean. It's non-offensive. I think this is just another C tier logo. That's probably where most of these are going to end up. Is just about average. The Tennessee Titans. You have the flaming T with the 3 stars, the blue and the red. Normally I wouldn't like logos like this, but there's something about the way the Titans did it. I don't know exactly what it is, but there's something about it I just sort of like. It's sort of endearing to me. I don't know if it's like the styling of the letter T. I don't know if it's like the colors of the flames or something, but sorry for the weird cut there. My roommate came in and we were discussing plans on how to rearrange things around the house since we just had somebody move out. So anyways, Tennessee Titans. There's something about this logo that just, I like it and I can't really explain why, so I have to go B tier on it. Now we get to the Raiders. It's a classic logo. The Raiders probably have some of the best colors in all of sports. The black and the silver, and it's like an international, wide-reaching fan base for a reason. Great iconography, great colors. The logo is timeless, classic, and it's pointless to put them anywhere else but S tier, honestly. Okay. The Denver Broncos. Now, I've always liked the Broncos logo, the horse with, it's like a fiery mane almost coming off of it, and the horse looks angry, and aggressive and muscular, and it's just a really solid logo. Great colors. I have to put the Denver Broncos into A tier. And these are not in order within the tiers, by the way. So no ordering within the tiers. Sometimes I do that, sometimes I don't, but the Los Angeles Chargers, I mean, I get what they're doing. It's the lightning bolt. LaDainian Tomlinson, Justin Herbert, some of my favorite players, but I can't. I really, really dislike their logo. I've always disliked it. Maybe F is a little too harsh, but for me, I just have to go F. The Kansas City Chiefs. I like that they incorporate the arrowhead instead of just using a letter or using the KC letters. It is interesting. You have a team like the Chiefs, and you're trying to wonder exactly what logos you could use because you don't want to run into a Washington issue here. So I think the KC in the arrowhead is probably about as good as it can get for them. So, but for me, it's just average, and I'm gonna go C. Okay, New York Giants. This is another one I know people are going to beat down my throat about. It's a classic logo, timeless. Just the NY. I like the font that it's in. It's, not just there's some style to the letters a little bit, but at the end of the day, it is just two letters. And I know, classic team, original team, history, yada yada yada, but my personal feelings on the logo, I have to go D tier. It's not offensive, but for me, it's just D tier. Okay, the Philadelphia Eagles. I love the Eagles logo. It looks angry, aggressive. The screaming eagle. I like the sort of feathers, I guess, and the way they do that there. The green and the white and the silver and the black all work really well together. For me, the Eagles, I'm going A tier. A tier. Alright, the Dallas Cowboys. There's another one. A lot of you guys are going to be upset with me. I know I have a lot of Dallas Cowboys fans that subscribe to this channel. And now the Cowboys, the colors. I think the Cowboys have some of the best colors in the NFL, similar to the Raiders. Fantastic colors, fantastic uniforms, but the logo, just the star. I get it, the Lone Star State, it's kind of like a spur of a cowboy, but I personally am not a fan. D tier, but if it makes Cowboy fans feel any better, the Commanders, F tier. There's something, now obviously, they changed from their original team name and the original team logo, which, the old school logo, the artistry of it was actually pretty solid, but there's something about both the name Commanders as well as this logo that just seem so corporate and sanitized and just devoid of passion. Honestly, I kind of preferred the Washington football team, both branding and logo. Like, it was unique, it was interesting, it was different. I'm team. They should have stuck with Washington football team, but Commanders, I really, really dislike. Okay, the Atlanta Falcons. There's something about this logo that bothers me. I can't really put my finger on it. I think it's because of how sharp and angular everything is. Like, it doesn't actually look like an animal, like an organic falcon. I don't know, I've always kind of disliked this logo. For me, the Falcons, I'm going D tier. the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I love pirates. I love pirate iconography. The skull and crossbones on the flag with the sword through it. I think that's absolutely fantastic. Super cool logo. For me, the Buccaneers, that's A tier. The New Orleans Saints, very simple, just a fleur-de-lis, but the colors, the gold, the way it represents the French heritage of the city, I do like it. This is another one that I guess might come across a little bit hypocritical, because I guess, and I'm like kind of playing editor on myself as I do this, but how can I put Cowboys in D but then put this into C tier? I don't know. It's my list. I still feel like this is a little more interesting than this, just visually, and how it connects to the area, but call me out in the comments if you have to. The Carolina Panthers. I actually really like this logo. I think it looks super aggressive and intimidating, unlike the Carolina Panthers on the football field. I think it's a very interesting logo. I love it. I wish that they would finally be good, but for me, at least their logo is good. I think that is an S tier logo. The Panthers. Green Bay Packers. This is another one you guys are going to hate me for. I know it's a huge fan base. I know it's a classic, historic logo. This video is going to be my most disliked video of all time. For me, I have to go D tier. But I also have to go D tier on the Chicago Bears. I'm sorry. Alright, we're getting that out of the way now. The Detroit Lions. I love the colors of the lion. I love just the outline. It's like a very classic, like almost old school artistic rendition of what a lion looks like. I love that. And for me, I have to go B tier on Detroit. Then the Vikings. I mean, this is a classic logo. So many teams have like I've seen so many high school teams and minor league teams and stuff like that, like completely rip off this logo because of how cool it is. And I have no room for disagreement. Vikings, I'm going A tier. Seattle Seahawks. You guys might think, oh, he's a Seahawks fan, he's gonna love this logo. Incorrect. I do not like this logo, especially because compared to our 90s logo that we had, it feels so soulless and kind of dull. I can't really place my finger on it, but I absolutely do not like this logo. I wish we'd bring back the older one that was a little bit less angular, a little bit more flowing, a little bit more colorful. I honestly had to go D tier on the Seattle Seahawks logo. 49ers, I also have to go D tier. Wow, D actually ended up being my biggest tier. Maybe some of these deserve to be up in C. Maybe I'm being a little bit harsh. But maybe these two sort of blend together a little bit. I don't know. The Cardinals. This bird has always bugged me a little bit, but I don't know, I do kind of find it endearing in like kind of a dorky way. It's kind of like a weird dorky looking bird. I have to go C tier on the Arizona Cardinals. And finally the Los Angeles Rams. This is another logo that feels very corporate to me, kind of soulless. I do like that they turned the A into the ram horn. I think that's cool. But like honestly, the ram logo with the horns on it was so much better than this in every way. I have to go into F tier on the Rams logo, and that means both the Los Angeles teams are in F tier. So this is my final list, I guess. Maybe I was a little harsh on some of these in D tier. Maybe they should be up here in C, but that's locked in now. So S tier, I have the Buffalo Bills, the Miami Dolphins, the Las Vegas Raiders, and the Carolina Panthers. A tier, I have the Jacksonville Jaguars, the Denver Broncos, the Philadelphia Eagles, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and the Minnesota Vikings. B tier, I have the New England Patriots, the Baltimore Ravens, the Tennessee Titans, and the Detroit Lions. C tier, I have the Cincinnati Bengals, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Houston Texans, the Indianapolis Colts, the Kansas City Chiefs, the New Orleans Saints, and the Arizona Cardinals. D tier, I have the New York Jets, the New York Giants, the Dallas Cowboys, the Atlanta Falcons, the Green Bay Packers, the Chicago Bears, the Seattle Seahawks, and the San Francisco 49ers. And F tier, I have the Cleveland Browns, the Los Angeles Chargers, the Washington Commanders, and the Los Angeles Rams. So, I know I'm probably going to get flamed a bit for this list. In the comments down below, let me know what you think of my list. If you agree, if you disagree, remember, this is just my personal opinion, not a reflection of how good nor bad I think the team is. So yeah, I'd love to hear any and all feedback. What you guys think? What you guys think the best and worst logos in the NFL are? But if you liked the video, please leave a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel for more content just like this. And until next time, guys. Bye bye.